Tigercast fans, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. Now, this video is a little bit different. I'm a little bit unsure what type of video this is. I'm pretty sure I'm going to land with it being another Now Hear Me Out. I will say up front, though, that this one kind of got brought to my attention by someone via Messenger. I won't reveal their name in case they wanted to stay hidden, but they know who they are because I know they watch the show and all the content we're putting out, so thank you. Now, I don't know if this has just gone unnoticed in some of the club footage that's come up recently, all the photos, the match simulation videos on Instagram and things like that. But now hear me out, Kamdyn McIntosh is going to be our next defensive inside midfielder. Now, that might seem a little bit absurd to say, given he's been our wingman for quite a long period of time, and there's probably a view that being that he's 30, and he only just got offered a one-year contract very, very late in the piece, mind you, in the off-season, that would maybe be looking to phase him out. But I did have a message come through suggesting from this person's sources, who does usually have some pretty good mail on this type of stuff, that the club were looking to maybe utilise Kamdyn McIntosh as a defensive midfielder. Now, I actually don't mind it. Even though he's 30, the one thing that you know about Kamdyn McIntosh is he's going to give you 110% every time he's near the footy. We know he's done a great job on the wing for many, many years, and he's played a very selfless role, sacrificing his own game, and we might be seeing that reincarnated in a different position. There's been countless times on game day where the ball's gone out to a wing, Kamdyn's been in a 1-on-2 or a 1-on-3 situation, and he's fought and fought and fought, and sometimes won the ball, but maybe even caused a stoppage to help get numbers over there, which is huge. He's a really, really good size as well, 192 centimetres, 92 kilos, can run, and tackles pretty well. So defensively, I think that works okay. Now, for people who are like, come on, Michaels, what are you talking about? Where has this been seen before? Let's go through some photos and some brief bits of footage to show you what I'm talking about, because it's actually been right in front of us the whole time, and I just don't think anyone's caught on to it yet. Now, some people might say, oh yeah, it's just because it's match sim and the team's divided up, they just need to make up numbers somehow. I don't think so. I think there's more to it than this, because we have enough midfielders across all lines to have a 3v3 or a 4v4, whatever you want to do. So the fact that he in particular has been seen at these parts of the ground is very, very interesting. So let's have a look at the images now. Okay, so here we are with some evidence that's been right in front of our eyes. These photos are from the club's website, from the match sim that happened on Friday this week. Now, we've got a centre bounce here. Now, we've got some familiar midfielders. We've got Hopper, Ross, Taranto, and look who's over in the back here, just over Nank's stomach there. Old Kamdyn McIntosh is finding himself in the centre bounce. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Is there any more, you ask? Well, funny you should say that. There are a couple more. Let's have a look at them. Here we go with a second image from the match simulation. We've got Samson, Ryan, and Nank in a ruck contest. Only other midfielder you can see in sight, right at the foot of the ball, number 33, Kamdyn McIntosh. I just think that people have overlooked this. Anyway, we'll crack on. Here's another image coming. And then finally, another ruck contest, and you've got Kamdyn McIntosh, direct opponent to Jacob Hopper, with Samson Ryan about to tap the ball to the midfielder's feet. So not only that, I thought that's interesting. We've got some still shot images there. Could be coincidence, maybe, maybe not. And then I was watching the Jack Ross interview that was on the club website, which is really, really good. I encourage everybody to watch that interview. But if I bring that up now, have a look at the first 15 seconds and the setup at that stoppage. All right, now let's take a look at this still shot here. This is from the Jack Ross video from the club website, which they posted yesterday in relation to the match simulation they did on Friday. Now, if you have a look at this centre bounce that's taken place, I think this could even have been to start the whole game. You got Samson Ryan up against Nank in the ruck, makes sense. You've got Jack Ross down the bottom here up against Sam Lawler. And then just over here, you've got Jacob Hopper up against none other than Kamdyn McIntosh. It's really quite interesting that, and I really do think that it's been severely overlooked by everybody. But there you go. So that is some pretty rock solid proof and evidence that Kamdyn McIntosh is doing a hell of a lot of work with the midfielders, and there just could be something to this. Now, the unknown is how this is all going to work lineup-wise, because your starting midfield's typically going to consist of Taranto, Prestia, Hopper, Ross, are probably the ones that spring to mind first. But maybe McIntosh is next on the list, or maybe he gets in ahead of one of them. I'm not sure. But why I find it interesting is because for a long time, I've really felt like the last few years, we've been very, very average at defending centre clearances. Like the amount of times the opposition mids have just waltzed the ball outside of the centre circle, got an easy inside 50, has been seriously alarming. And that just comes down to the personnel we have in there aren't very defensive minded or aren't quick enough to be able to chase down another player. Now, Kamdyn, whilst 30, he's still got a bit of toe about him, is very defensively minded and very selfless, so won't mind sacrificing his game. So maybe we do see Kamdyn McIntosh in these centre bounces a bit more often, as per the early mail I got about this positional change. I'm starting to buy into it. I'm starting to think this is the real thing. So I'm keen to hear what you all think in the comments below. Kamdyn McIntosh as an inside midfielder, doing the defensive stuff. What do you think about it? Are you a yes for it? Are you dead against it? The evidence is kind of there speaking for itself, so I'm keen to see and hear what you all think about it. Let me know in the comments below, and make sure you like and subscribe for more Richmond content, and I'll catch you for the next one. Go Tigers.